stay-at-home moms that used to work and made the choice.
Hey girl, I have been a stay-at-home mom by choice, by default, by not force, but like, let me tell you about it. So when I had my first son, I worked as an MRI technologist full-time, didn't go back full-time, and I was also building my photography business so that I could do it on a more flexible schedule. That I was stay-at-home mom, and then I did either nights or weekends while my husband was working full-time because he had our benefits and all of that. Then I started to get really busy and I switched into MRI per diem, where it was like I pick my schedule, like there's a requirement like per month. I think it was like 1 shift per month, but I took on call. That worked really good because my kids were really young. They were, I think I started that when my first was 1 and I was newly pregnant with the second, and I did that for about 6 or 7 years. I still had my photography business as well, and then COVID hit and things kind of switched and I did more photography instead of MRI, and then I quit in 2021 with MRI. So I don't have that in my life right now. I'm still licensed, but it's my backup plan. I always have a backup plan for everything. So here's the thing about being a stay-at-home mom. Even if you're working full-time, or even if you are working per diem part-time, you are still full-time at home. So even though like my husband does the outside stuff, he cuts the lawn, he does like the landscaping, stuff like that, we're still full-time job at home. So that is when I realized with my third, I had a nanny for about 20 months, and she recently quit in good terms because her son was having their second child up in North Jersey, so she needed to go and help them, and like her daughter-in-law was going back in the office, things like that. So kind of worked out for the better because I can now work nights and weekends in my photography, and we follow each other. I do laundry on the side, so it's more like it was a side hustle. But now I'm going to be doing laundry Monday through Friday, some weekends. I mean, I can throw loads of laundry in depending on the schedule. And then I will be doing photography on the weekends. I homeschool my kids. So this is a long video. I should have prefaced this. I homeschool my kids. My first one tried public in kindergarten, didn't work out. Sent him and my second to private Catholic. We are a Catholic family. And while the first year worked great for year 1, it was first grade and pre-K 4. Second grade and kindergarten just was a fiasco. So that is why I'm in debt. That's why I have a debt journey, and that's why I love your content, because the budgeting and everything, I'm getting better at it. But that is why we are in debt. And now that I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm paying off that debt. I'm doing side hustles. I'm working. But it can be done. We have recently paid off our roof. Our roof was 0%. That's the only reason why we did a loan on our roof. And we just finished that last month. So that $250 a month is going to be going towards our debt. Honestly, the only other thing that we have that is luxury per se is our camper. And I'm following your journey with buying a camper. It is the best decision we have ever made about a camper because it is our backup plan for our home. It's $250 a month, and we can literally pick it up and go. And the way the world is right now, I'm not trying to get too conspiracy theory on you, but if we needed to sell our home for whatever reason, or if we needed to pick up and go for whatever reason, we have a home. Do I regret buying it brand new? I do. But $250 a month is worth it to me when you have a backup plan for when the world gets crazy, you know? So I think you can absolutely do it. I think you're already good at budgeting. I think that, which brings me back to homeschooling. I think that after having my kids now through public and tried Catholic, the best decision I have made is homeschooling my kids. They are better behavior, better manners. They are the best of friends. I enjoy them more. I know why they're exhausted, or why, even if things are not working, like my oldest one had trouble reading. He's now reading phenomenally because he has that one-on-one care with me. And it's also flexible. I mean, we went on a vacation when they were first grade and pre-K 4, and they gave us some worksheets to do. And that was actually really fun. Like, we were having fun as a family and then taking time each day to do whatever the worksheet was. So I highly recommend it. Honestly, I have said, like, I would live paycheck to paycheck. That wasn't the reason number one for my first son. I would live paycheck to paycheck to be home with him, and his safety is big as well. I think we all want to keep our kids safe. Daycare is expensive. I mean, so my nanny was about $1,000 to $1,200 a month, depending on the month. It was 4 or 5 weeks, and now I can put that money towards debt. Like, it's very expensive. So I feel like if you reduce your time outside of the home, you become a happier mom, you become a happier wife, you become a happier person, and just enjoying life. If you think about it, and I've said this to my mom recently, she recently had brain surgery. Yeah. At your deathbed, who's going to be there holding your hand? Your family or your coworkers? And I would rather live in a camper in the woods, using an outhouse or a makeshift outhouse with my family, than going to work every single day. And while I love doing laundry, and I love doing photography and providing these services for my clients, my number one reason is to be home with these kids. So I think you can do it.